Hello, hello. Happy Monday. I hope you're having a great Monday. Happy Thanksgiving week. Always kind of a chaotic week with family and all the things, and busy with work because it gets crazy, right? So I'm so excited that you're taking a little bit of time out to hang out with me here today as we do some Oh My High website reviews. My name is Sammy, and I am thrilled to come here and connect with you to review some real live existing Oh My High pages. So we used to just do home pages. Now today we have kind of a combination of different things because the features and the benefits and the way that people are using Oh My High, it just continues to grow, and everyone's so creative. So I'm really excited to share 3 of the different pages that we have kind of keyed up for today. The goal is for me to really understand, when I land on this page, do I know who your audience is? Do I know who you're talking to? Is it clear the message that you're trying to promote? Is it clear that I know what action I should take as a visitor? All of those things. And so we're going to review 3 different pages today, looking at kind of language, kind of some overall layout, and how you might be able to kind of spruce it up a bit to get more conversions. Because really the goal is, how can we get people to convert on our website? Now, I'm not going to be showing you how to do these features. However, if you need support in any of that, you know that my amazing friend and Oh My High guru, Lisa Duck, goes live every single week. And so she can walk you through how to implement some of these things if you have specific questions. But today we're just looking at overall strategy. We're looking at websites. We're looking at kind of, is it clear? What is the problem you solve? Is it clear how people can take action? And is it clear how people can convert and connect with you and take that next step to give you their money? Okay, if you're here watching live, make sure you say hi, so I know that I'm not here all by my lonesome. I am going to share my screen. Let me get to where I need to be, and we will kick this off. Let's go here. Okay. Cool. So we're gonna start. Hi, Diana. We're gonna start with. If you guys watch these, you know I am so bad with names. So we're gonna start with Amory. I hope I said that correctly. And she wanted us to take a look at her About page. And so you can see here that she's got, this is not her main menu navigation. These are just kind of additional buttons to connect with her. And she's got a nice photo here with her little bio. Great button here. And that is it for her About page. So I wanted to kind of look deeper into all of these buttons because I think there is a difference in kind of how we think through the structure of our website. And one is not necessarily better than the other, but just something that I want you to think about when you're structuring some of these pages. So she's got a lot of buttons here. And these currently are buttons that go to different pages. So if I click on local info, now I'm getting the local info information, right? And this one is a lot longer. If I go to book an appointment, it goes to a booking page. Now, I would for sure make sure that this the setting is to open it in a new tab. So my general rule of thumb is, if you're sending people to another page on your website, it's fine to just redirect them there. If you're sending people to a website that is third party, like this Calendly, then you want to have it open in a new tab so that they can easily go back to your existing page. This goes to your blog, your quiz. I didn't click on this one. Yeah, so again, I'm not sure what your whole funnel is once they finish. Love a good quiz, and then get in contact, which goes to your contact page. Oh, maybe this is your main navigation. I didn't even look at that. Okay, so that is your main navigation. Okay. So for your pages, we want to kind of have things as much as easily accessible as possible. So you might even want to think about like, nice to meet you. And instead of, if I'm scrolling down and I've lost my navigation and I want to book time with you, I know they have like a more info, which is going to your homepage. You know, you might want to embed this link, because I know Calendly will let you do that. You might want to embed this link here, and you can still have a separate page, but embed it here so that people can access it right away. They don't have to go anywhere else. They don't have to scroll anywhere else. And also really be conscious of letting people know kind of what to expect. So here you have this information here, which is great. But on your About page, you might say something like, hey, schedule your permanent jewelry appointment. And this is what you can expect. So is this where they're actually going to get their jewelry? Is it where they're going to consult with you and talk to you about what they might want? Is it a combination of those? So we want to be really clear in sharing what it is that we are going to have, what we're going to experience when we book with you. So we can kind of understand what to expect, what we might have to have prepped before, what questions we might have before we chat. Okay, so the other thing that I want to throw out there is if you have shorter pages like this, even in your main navigation, or yeah, you can combine those pages and then use these as anchor links, whether it's on a standalone page, and I think we'll see some anchor links here in some of these other ones, whether it's on a standalone page or it's like in your navigation, you can still use anchor links. So like this could still drop. You could merge your local info and your About Me page together, and this local info page would just drop them to that spot on the page. So it's totally up to you. Again, doesn't necessarily mean one's right or better. It's just more like, how are your users navigating? What pages are getting the most traffic that you want to continue to drive more traffic to, right? So if your local info page is getting more traffic, maybe you want to put your About Me content in there. You could still have your main navigation, but people would just be able to click here and go to one page. There's lots of things to do there. So just doesn't matter. Set it up however makes the most sense for you to be able to pay attention to. But otherwise, love the clarity in these buttons. This is a beautiful picture. Love this story. MySpace. The things our children will never understand. But yeah, this is great. And maybe just more information on some of the other things about you and what you sell, and maybe some stuff about that company as well could be super helpful here. A lot of words, but this looks great. Okay, so let's jump to Lisa Duck. And this is for a sales page for her email marketing made simple program. So I love that she's kind of adding FOMO, launching soon. And also, I know this because I talked to her last week. I love that she's throwing it out there without worrying about it being perfect, because I know that there's a couple things that she's still trying to finish before she officially launches. But putting it out there, setting that intention, letting people know, hey, I'm doing this. This is great. Here it comes, to kind of sometimes push you into finishing the project. I don't know how many of you have lived in, I have. I'll get to that. I know I really want to do that, but I'm not going to do it right now. So I love that she's putting herself out there and saying, yep, it's coming. So let's deal with it. Okay, sign me up. Tell me more. I know these are anchor links that go to the different sections. So this is great if people need more information. What is, this is great. I might make these, this is a long paragraph, so I might make these more like bulleted or like with icons or something, so that it's easier for people to see kind of who, like, right, like who is it made for, it's designed for, and then bullet busy entrepreneurs, direct sellers, that kind of thing, but otherwise fine. What you'll learn. Yep, this is great. And again, here, same, like these bulleted things are perfect because they make it easy for us to skim and scan. Sign me up, I'm ready. So the key with a good sales page is also like making sure you have those buttons in multiple places. So when people have found the pain point that they are most connected to, they're ready to go. Imagine having an email plan that feels clear, simple, and actually brings in sales. Yes. Yep. Yeah. And again, we've talked about this a few times, like playing with the text on buttons to continue to work more with people's emotional connection. So this isn't just for a sales page. This is for anything. If you're trying to get people to your replicated site, if you're trying to get people to follow you on social, like, yes, I'm ready to make email simple. That versus them all being buy now, join now, shop now, right? Really playing into the language of what you're talking about here, I think is great. Okay, here she's diving more into some language about why email and not just social media. Yep. And I think here the other piece too to understand is what are the pain points that your ideal customer faces, not what are your favorite benefits of the product or service. I think that's something that we always need to remind ourselves of is it's not just about how we feel about it, it's what's going to get them to make that purchase, to make that conversion. And it might be more direct or more specific in certain areas. And then in some areas, it might be more vague. It might be like, hey, you have too many chemicals in your products. Let's talk. Versus like later on in the funnel, you might have something that's more specific to like, hey, if you're dealing with aging spots, here's the product for you, right? So playing with that kind of buyer's journey and understanding when you talk, what the transformation is that you're talking about and how specific it is. Yep, again, sold, take my money. A little bit about her. If you want, email can feel overwhelming. Okay, so the only thing that I'll say is confusing here is I haven't yet seen the product. So I'm wondering here, testimonials, yes. I'm wondering if this shouldn't replace this section here because I haven't seen all the options yet. And if I haven't clicked down to the pricing tables, then I don't have that clear vision. So, and anchor links can go both ways, right? Like they can pop people up, they can pop people down. So you might want to put your pricing tables here so that people can see it and then move that box farther down because now I see everything that comes with it. Yeah, but the testimonials are great. These look stunning. Pricing table, more testimonials. Yeah. And then FAQs, and FAQs are great. So I would maybe just flip-flop those two sections so that you don't lose people if they're scrolling and they haven't yet clicked the button to drop down. But otherwise, great, beautiful, clean, lots of great language, looks like a great program, and I love me some email marketing. Okay. So let's jump into the last one we have for today, which is Susan Larimer's Blue Collar Direct Sales. And her question was more specifically around, does it make sense to have this on my website? Is it clear what it is? And we talked about this page on a show and tell previously, kind of showing how cool Oh My High, like how cool it is that you can sell products and services on Oh My High now. So, now I'm excited to kind of dive deeper into this to see how clear it is. So Blue Collar Direct Sales. I think I get the name. I don't hate it. I just wonder if maybe there's more clarity. So when I first come here, I know that it's digital downloads. I know that it's for direct sellers, but it's not like super obvious the pain point you're solving, right? So now, and even here, one-stop shop for digital toolkits, guides, and resources designed to make running your business simpler and more successful. That is great language, and it's also really vague. So are we talking about, and we'll get to this as we scroll down, but are we talking about marketing? Are we talking about building your team? Are we talking about general operations? Are we talking about taxes? Like, what are we talking about as far as making your business simpler? Because we all have our own struggles with what kind of keeps us up at night with our business. So simpler and more successful is going to mean something different to different people. So I would definitely get more specific right here. Because here, each download was created to help you save time, stay organized, and focus on what matters most. growing your business and building real connections. I mean, it's a little bit more clear, but yeah, maybe some bullets for the types of pain points that you're solving for, just like right there, 3 columns, right, would be helpful. Okay. Because now, like, these are really clear and love it, right? Ultimate Customer Care Guide, Black Friday Mega Event Toolkit. And having these bullets, like, this is great and super clear. So love that. And only $7. Whew, steal of a deal. But if I just land here, I don't necessarily know that. And this is the most important part, what we see before we scroll, what's above the fold. So we want to get people excited and knowing that, yep, you got the solution for me. Free resources. Who doesn't love a good free resource? Yep. I might maybe rename this or one of them. Again, not a big deal, but just so that it differentiates between this one and this one. I know this one says the ultimate, and maybe it doesn't matter. That might be nitpicky, but yeah. ChatGPT prompt, great. Going into the podcast. Love that. This is a great call to action. Your YouTube videos. Yeah, and again here, like I might put a little one-liner, like whatever your teaser line is here, so before people even see this and scroll down here. Yeah, like even pulling this line and popping it up here so I can skim it and know what the other 99% podcast is before I read deeper, and then same here. I can tell based off icons that this is your YouTube video, and that's fantastic. And also, like, what am I going to get if I decide to click on this? Just a little blurb about like how this is going to be impactful and important and helpful in my business. And again, yeah, just like one of these sentences, pull it out, but pull it out right here, because like when I see that header, I want that little bit of teaser text, and then I'm going to hopefully click on these videos because I kind of know what I'm going to get. But if I keep scrolling, then I can definitely take a look at these. And then these icons are blending in, so maybe play with those colors, those emojis. But yeah, this is fantastic. Subscribe here, yes. Blog posts, perfect. Yep. Love this call out for your affiliate. Yeah, I think overall this page looks great. It has a ton of great resources and value. Just a little bit of clarity, cleaning up maybe some bullets, making it more in your face about what types of resources you offer versus maybe other people in the space and why they're going to want to go with you. And then as far as like it being confusing, I mean, I looked at your homepage and it doesn't look like you put this there. So it seems like this is a standalone link that you're using. So I don't think that that's confusing. Just depends on the way that you're marketing it and how you're having conversations with people prior to when they're coming to this page. But this page alone is fine. And is that where this goes? Yeah, for direct sellers. So I think that makes sense. Super clean, super easy to follow. The graphics are great. The bullets are great. So all in all, I just think some more clarity at the beginning and clarity about the free content that you share. And you should be all good to go. Okay, so let me stop sharing my screen. And there you have it. Those are 3 of the pages that we have for this week's website review. Oh, hold on, sorry. Some of these comments are just showing up. Laura wants to know, can you show how they would buy a digital product, and what about a physical product? How do people do that? So let me get back to my... So some of this will be a question for Lisa, because I don't know all the ins and outs about the back end for physical products as far as shipping and things like that. I mean, I would imagine you could still use like a pirate ship and whatnot. So that I don't know, but hopefully Lisa can pop in and answer that. But if I click buy now, you see it takes you to a page. Do I have to put my information in first? Okay, so I picked the product that I want, right? If I want both, it's going to give me the total. I can put my card number in, hit submit. Now, if you're using Oh My High's like CRM and email, right, then you can automatically move them into the funnel. Then it will also automatically send them that digital product to their inbox. So that's a great way to do that. Like I said, for physical stuff, it would work the same. I'm just not 100% sure on the shipping piece, and that's just because I just don't know the ins and outs. Oh, you don't see my screen? Hello. Sorry. It helps if I click the right tab. This is why I prefer to share my whole window and not just a tab. Thank you for saying that. Okay, so here we are. So here I clicked on the Buy Now page and put in my information, clicked the buttons, and now it's got the total, pay the card, submit. So yeah, like I was saying, when it comes to physical products, I know it operates the same way. I just don't know about the shipping. Like I said, Lisa does all the training on the back end and can happily do all that with you. I unfortunately don't know all of the specifics. So hopefully that helps, Laura. And if you haven't yet done the digital products, I highly recommend joining a live Q&A call with Lisa. She can totally walk you through it and kind of help out with how you might set that up and what kind of the best funnels would be. But Oh My High makes it super easy, I know, for digital products, for them to automatically go in, get the products, and be able to do like a sales funnel or upsells or things of that nature. Okay. That is all for me today. Again, happy Monday. I hope you all have amazing, fun Thanksgiving plans if you're here in the US, and also safe travels. I'm in Minnesota, and I think below the snow line for Thanksgiving, but we're about to get hit with a bunch of snow, which is fun. We all love a white holiday season. So if you have any other questions, if you're watching this in the replay, please make sure to tag me and hit me up. Happy to answer them. If you have questions about how to actually implement some of the things that are here, tag Lisa Duck, and she'd be happy to help you out there. But otherwise, have some fun. Keep working on your Oh My High sites, and I will see you all soon.